they're in the White House, and everybody that has these contracts is Raytheon and it's the Air Force in Lakeland. We know it's a cluster of people. So right now we're outside again, and this is what's happening or whatever because they can make your heart rate drop, and this is what they're doing to make it seem to make my son pass out. So then they'll be like, "Oh, he needs a heart operation," but it's that church down there on 228. That's the Mormon church that we dealing with. It's all the Mormons with the Honcho Mormons in Utah. I don't know what kind of dealings I got with them that I don't know. They just come in at, I guess they do the dirty work for people, for all the businesses and stuff like that. Rashawn, I gotta kick that stuff. It's so dirty. He's like, watch your feet because all that stuff is not even yours. That's on the ground. Look up and kick it off. Kick it off. All that stuff flew by your feet. Rashawn, that stuff flew by your feet. Fix it. Kick it off. So you gotta get somebody's napkin and all that. Get that stuff away from here. But make a long story short, they're over here trying to kill my son. Okay, they've been trying to kill him. They have been trying to take his breath away. They are using this tool that is shortening his breath or whatever. And what they want him to do is be like on oxygen or whatever, so that can kill him off. So they can be like, oh, he has shortened of breath and bad heart and all that. And we can operate on his heart and just kill him and all that. You white people, y'all gonna pay. Yeah, you guys are gonna pay. It ain't no if, ands, or buts. In any black people, y'all gonna pay too. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to kick that nasty paper towel away. You guys are all going to pay if anything happens. Here, let me get it because you got your feet on dog hair and all that. Like, I don't know what that is. You think I care right now? I know, but you should care. You should look. You just put your whole foot. No, I know you got your feet in there right now. It ain't no damn. It's nasty. Here, let me get it off your foot. You see that? Here, here. Let me see. No, You've been snapping at me all day. No, it ain't been nothing. It ain't been nothing. You just been snapping all day. Here, it's a big old piece of white people hair or white hair or white a dog hair or something. Yeah, they are messing with your body. They messing with my body too. I know. They trying to kill you. I know. Look, I know that. This is where we at. This is where we at. This is where we at, y'all. This is where we at. They got these tools on me and my son, 5G direct energy weapons right now. This is where our whole family got us, and they put the tools on me and my son to try to kill him. Yep, to try to kill us. I'm waiting on Senator Ron Wyden right now to close that data location. If he can close that data location, hello everybody, then we'll be all right. Senator Ron Wyden, you need to close that data location right now. And what else? Senator Merkley, you guys need to close that data location. Yeah, yeah. The White House and the Mormons is trying to kill us out here right now. Yeah. These people didn't put my son in a pedo program, and these people really think that he's a pedo because they up under Epstein. And the Clintons sold my son to CPS, so now they're mad because they didn't get him to sacrifice him. I don't know if they was gonna eat him or whatever. I have no idea what they was gonna do, but now, um, they've been after me since 1973, since I was born or whatever. They should have just killed me then. I mean, I don't even know. I think they put these people on the program, us people, us targeted individual. My name is Andrea. They put us in these programs to just taunt us and target us, and it's a game. You know what I mean? And especially if you have that DNA bloodline or whatever, and then they give you stuff, and then it's almost like they don't want to give it to you because they're like, well, if she makes it out, she make it out, but uh, we're gonna try to kill her or her son first or whatever. But you know, it is what it is. Not saying that I want to be sacrificed or anything, and I don't want my kids sacrificed, but This is what they've been doing. So now they, they really going hard on us because now everybody is up in the White House, and everybody's fighting for whatever, the left wing, the right wing, all these fascist groups, all these Marxist groups, all these KKK Klan groups. Is everybody has control of these uh, Marxist terrorist groups. Thank you, Sky Z. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I got to sit up here and you know be on edge all day because my son, we just ran out of money or whatever, and we was in a hotel for almost a week. It just seemed like it was really not even a week. But we made it through, so now we're day to day again, and it's not going to be for long. I know that. Um, they was messing with my money at the hotel. They was messing with my money. Um, just messing with my money. They have it all mapped out. They're like, okay, if we do this and we'll charge her all these fees, and then say that we charge her all these fees like for transferring my money over. Ew, what is that? Like, it just keeps coming over here. Like, it just keeps blowing over here. All this stuff. Like, where we were, where we at right now. This place, it was clean, right? And now it's just filthy. It's just filthy over here. Look at all this. Look what they did over here. Like, now we got to, I know they had somebody come over here and they paid somebody because this place was really clean. It was really clean. I mean, it was like immaculate. Now they cut down the trees. I don't know why, because, they don't want us over there. So they want to be able to see us or whatever. I don't know what that is. Like, everywhere we go, they make sure that they either cut down the trees or they start doing trafficking stuff. Like, they're building underground tunnels. I mean, this is everywhere. They start building construction. Look at all that. Soon as we get to places, this is what they start doing. It never fails. Like the other day, they're building underground tunnels everywhere. So y'all kids is finna be snatched in underground. Like, they're really doing this. I mean, they're building a whole underground system. I was walking downtown, and the tunnels, they had like these tunnels that was underground, and it was so freaking scary because like I didn't even want to walk over them. I'm like, if I walk over here, like, they may just make me fall in there, or it may just be an accident. So like, when I go downtown, I'm not walking on those underground tunnels. And plus, you have the underground train, so what makes you think that you don't have other underground tunnels? You know what I mean? So um how did I get that far? Anyways, I digress. But we had went over to the hotel. We was over there for 4 days, and um they made us get out the room. The electricity went off, the burner on the stove wasn't working. They tore down the alarm system, and then I guess they was gonna set us on fire or whatever. My son on fire if I would have been gone too long. And I only went to Walmart, my Walmart family, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people I'm having issues with right now. Those are my ancestors. So I go and I come right back. My son is sitting in the dark. There's no electricity. There's no burner on the stove working. There's one burner on the stove. What else? Um, so we have one bed or whatever. And my son, he doesn't mind. He sleeps on the floor, giving me the bed. Even if there's two beds, he still sleeps on the floor because I don't know why. Well, I know why, because he's dodging the weapons or whatever. I'm just gonna keep it real. So, um, I come in there. He's on the floor. He's in the dark. I try to turn on the lights or whatever so I could start doing whatever I was doing. And he's sitting there in the dark, and I'm like, there's no electricity. So I go downstairs. They move us to another room, a two bed. I told him thank you because that was on the house, but I really shouldn't have had to move because my ultimate goal was to save money so I can keep, stay an extra day. So this is what they did. They charged me for 2 days for two beds. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, y'all the ones that moved me. Y'all should have gave me a credit, You know what I mean? For 2 days, oh, you got to come down here and pay $20 extra because you're in a 2 bedroom. Now, who told you guys to move me? You guys turned off my electricity and y'all was playing games because y'all wanted this obviously next to. Um, I'll tell you that in a minute. Cool about my hometown. Okay, so look, they wanted me next to the fryer burners or whatever, or I don't know, but so I go down to the exit or whatever, and to go pay, and it's nothing but piss all the way down the stairs. Like somebody left a dog piss and shit in a bag in the hallway, so it was leaking in the hallway. It smells so bad. All the way down from the third floor, all the way down, piss all on the stairs or whatever. So if I would have ran, this is what they made me do. The alarm, I was already leaving. The alarm went off as soon as I opened up the door. So this is how I know everything was orchestrated for me. So I ran, and I wasn't gonna run because they know if they left that hallway or the stairs wet, I could slip and fall and piss and shit or whatever. So I just started walking the other way. By the time I got downstairs, you know, it was a big disaster. Whatever. But my hometown is San Diego, California, and what I like about it is it's really beautiful, and but of course it costs an arm and a leg to live there. But what would I like? What did I really enjoy? The beaches about my hometown. That's what I like. The beaches. The beaches are so beautiful, and well, they were, and I don't know how it is now, but that's what I like about my hometown. I mean, there's a lot to do. There was a lot to do all the time. Like they keep blowing that bag over here with the chemtrails and stuff. So I get on here and I'm venting because this is a beauty, and I'm fighting with the beast. Okay, so what happens is these things kept happening. When we got into the hotel, well, to the second room, we were okay. For the most part, it's something that happened in there. They threw gas in there. I could smell gas when I woke up. I think they threw it on my son's on his side, so I could, it was kind of festering. What do you call it? It was like in the air, like So it was like in the air. So then we were okay, but that was it for the most part. The gas in the air or whatever. I did smell it, um, but they. My point is that they really documented or was on my money down to the T until they were like, okay, if we take this money and then they were like, oh, you use that money for fees or whatever, and I'm like, what the heck? Well, how did I use all that money for fees? $20 for fees? Like, I've never used $20 in fees. So they said if we take the $20, then we could calculate her money in the matter of she'll be down to this for the room. So she will pay $10 for an extra hour because she's late. And if I wouldn't have been late, if I would have just got up, took care of my business, I would have had an extra $10. Okay, extra $10 is a lot to me. So then they got an extra 20 out of me because they booked the rooms were they in the app. They made sure that the app was the hotel was $110. Now I could have easily got up and moved to a different hotel, but the problem is with doing that, we already know that it's either going to be worse or either it's going to be better or they're going to set something up. And for the most part, it was okay. We knew that nothing was set up too bad in there, but they was hitting me in there, and they was hitting me real good, but nothing was set up too bad to where. But I just didn't want to move to new gang stalkers. You know what I mean? Like who's gonna be there and what's gonna happen. So they made sure that they put in my app that the room was $110 plus tax Plus, it's a double bed, so now it's $147 for 2 nights. That's $300. You know what I'm saying? So, me and my son could have went somewhere for an extra 2 days because they made me move out of that room, and they knew that they would calculate my money down to the dime. They would narrow it down. Okay, we're gonna make her spend an extra 40. So that's an extra $80 that I could have had, really an extra $90 that I could have had. And I could have paid one of my bills with it, and still had a little change, but they didn't want that. You know what I mean? Like now I have overdraft protection or whatever, so that way I could go over, but it's not much money or whatever. And it's like, okay, like I don't smoke or anything, so I don't have that problem. But my son, he spent his money on the hotel, so now it's like he don't even have any extra money for the hotel. I mean, to do anything. You know what I mean? Like we have money to eat and stuff like that or whatever, but it's just it's just terrible. This is just terrible. Like, and my son is fighting for his life with these Mormons, and but they're gonna get it back. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys are Mormons and y'all know that these other Mormons is doing what they doing to my son, y'all need to step up and go talk to the head warden for us over at in Utah, so that way we can talk to him and tell him to get these weapons off my son. Because what it is they want 10% of his money, but we don't have a problem with giving y'all 10% because we know how the game go. It's like back in the day, you watch those New York Italian mafia movies, and they be like, oh, or the gangs or whatever, they be like, oh, you can't be on this corner unless you get into giving 10% or 20%. You ain't gonna just come on over to my block. You know what I'm saying? And we understand that. You know what I mean? Hello. So we understand that we got to pay 10%. You know what I mean? Like, I probably could have been got my money a long time ago or whatever. Or, it's 6 weeks in. This is the way I'm thinking about it. It's 6 weeks in. They know that my paperwork is there, okay? Um, and that's another thing. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That is so sweet. I need all the subscribers I could get, y'all. I don't really try to ask for subscribers or whatever, but I'm trying to reach a goal so that way I could get back into my creativity and I can have something to offer you guys other than ranting about what is going on, because this is my life and I am going to rant about it and I am going to keep talking about it because the word needs to get out so everybody can hear about this controversy. um what's going on. I mean, this is it is going to, I mean, I feel like the US is going to get worse. I feel like, yeah. And see, the thing about it is people be like, get a job. If I get a job, they'll harass me off the job. You know what I mean? It's just, they'll come hit me with weapons on the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is that I do, they continue to harass. And so I read a article, and they showed me this article on purpose. It was this Hispanic lady. She did very well for herself. She was over in like some country, I would say, like, let's just say like El Salvador or something like that. And she, helped a lot of people. But at the end of, they just threw her to the curb. She ended up homeless, and they just ended up throwing her to the wolves. And it was like, wow. You know what I mean? And it was like she was this, she was that. And then all of a sudden she became homeless because of the people was chasing her. And this technology, it has to stop. 702 FISA foreign intelligence, it has to stop, because this is a way to abuse the Americans by saying that they need a warrant or they don't need a warrant. It's a backdoor warrant where they don't need a warrant. And what they're doing is they're saying that they need to tap into our records through like Verizon or whatever companies, T-Mobile, to our data location and all that. And so we have people fighting right now for this. I mean, like right now, we should be up at that White House giving them the business, because This is life and death. People are dying because of this. The senators is taking long, and they're not abiding by the Constitution. They should just go ahead and pass this stuff. Abolish the White House right now. We have to overthrow this government right now, or else everybody is going to be sacrificed. I know a gang of you guys is out there using those weapons, and that's why it's taking so long, because it's a force to be reckoned with right now. Nobody wants to say that they're using the weapons, which I don't blame them. I wouldn't want to say I've been using these weapons either on the public. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to say that I took a contract to hit people with this uh, genocide, to inflict genocide on anybody. So I know where it's coming from. Is the majority of the people are human traffickers right now. Everybody is human trafficking right now. You know what I mean? Any kind of way, shape, or form that they could do it, they'll do it. So this is why we can't overthrow our government, because every one of you guys' neighbors took these contracts. The churches took these contracts. Of course, we know that they work for the church committee. You know what I mean? Like, the church committee need to be overthrown. These churches do not need any more nonprofit funds at all from the government. This is going to be really, really bad, y'all. This is going to be really, really bad. I feel bad for a lot of you guys. It's going to be bad. Like, you guys is going to get kicked out the treaty. Y'all going to have like all these water meters and electric meters on your houses, and they're gonna make it so sky high you ain't gonna be able to pay for it. You know what I mean? The insurance is gonna go up, and the government is gonna take over all this real estate. Yeah, they're gonna take all over all the real estate. You know what I mean? And then that's just the way that it's gonna be. Y'all finna run this country down. No matter how they said that the United States got billions and trillions worth of oil by itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they said California do, as a matter of fact. But y'all can have Cali. I mean, I'm from here. I will always be from here. I'm from America. I'm American. I got American DNA in me. The Americas, you know what I'm saying? The Canada. I'm British, Canadian, and America, American Indian. So, um, you guys can try to run me up out of here, but a lot of y'all can't say that. Oh, there it is. It's harassing me. Look, they dropping chemtrails and shit on me. This is what they do. Yep, this is what they do on those Garland planes. So they don't want me to retaliate, but you know, I might have to take a little trip over to the Garden Plain Airport, because my these ladies are yelling. Cause what happened? One of the girls on my feed on X, she went up in there and ran up in there on them. She was a white lady, and she was not playing, because they dropping shit and piss on her kids and all this chemicals, and all these metals and all this stuff on her kids, and she was not playing. So this is where we at. We need to build our own system to overthrow this government. We have to, or else we all gonna be sacrificing. This is a third world country right now. I'm not even a citizen right now of this country. I won't even vote for this country. It doesn't. I would never vote for this country. I'm sorry. Maybe I might change my mind later, but right now it doesn't even make sense to vote, because they already have orchestrated who they want in the power. You know, all I can see right now is that this country is going down, and they are finna trash it. It's finna be so trashy. Like, a lot of these businesses is finna go out of business. They're not gonna be able to sustain their businesses. They're not gonna be able to sustain their homes. It's finna go down. From what I see, what Trump is doing right now, and then they want to keep talking about the FBI want to. My glasses are dirty. The FBI want to blow up Cali. No, you know who want to blow it up? That's the FBI that want to blow up Cali. That's all it is. That's all it is. They want to blow the shit up, so that way They could say, "Oh yeah, well, we had a war here and all that." No, that ain't it. I'm telling y'all right now. I know exactly what it is. It ain't that ain't it. All it is they want to come in here and say like they did 9/11. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I mean, they just want to make up propaganda and put it out there and then twist the story and say it's a conspiracy and it's not. It's you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like the FBI is a terrorist group. It's a terrorist organization. So are the police. So are the ambulance right now. So are the fire trucks. The fire department. They're a terrorist coalition. They have formed a terrorist coalition. Period. Ain't no way around it. You know what I mean? And they having fun at doing it. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep raping, stealing, and killing. That's all they want to do. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go work for a regime that want to work, steal, and kill. Then they want to recruit our children over, in the military or whatever. And so our kids is finna go over to um and fight for this war for no reason. And they're gonna put them on the front lines for no reason. And now we're gonna go to war for our kids because we're not letting our kids go to no wars. I mean, when our white people, my white family say they're not, what is that hanging? They're not letting their kids go to no war. They mean it. They're not finna play with you guys like that. They're not finna play with that White House like that. They are not. When my white part of the family and the white gangsters, when they say something, because they rule, and I always have to say it, unfortunately, because us as blacks, we have weakened the game. We weaken the game right now. We ain't got what the white people got. You know what I'm saying? And the real, true, honest. I don't even want to call them allies. I want to call them my white family. You know what I'm saying? Because when they say something, and they say it's time to do something, oh, they're going to do it. It's going to get done. That White House is going to get overthrown. Okay? So stop playing with them. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to sit up here and play like that for too much longer. Those are the ones that they don't believe in the weapons. They don't believe in the raping and stealing and killing. You know what I'm saying? And all the villains and all that. And the Jacko and Hyde or whatever, Jack the Ripper or whatever. They don't believe in that shit. Like, there's a small group of good people that they finna take y'all down, and y'all don't want to go by the Constitution, so y'all gotta go. So now they finna use the military, our own military, against us, and this is going to be a World War III. Believe that. So I'm gonna have to start shopping around because, like they said, I'm gonna have to get my own clack clack. You know what I'm saying? And I can get one. But that's what they don't want to get one. They don't want me to get one. Because if they get me one, then and remember did y'all see the black girl where she was doing the black signs and she was like, and because clack clack, and hello, but stop playing. She was doing her head. She was really hilarious. It was cold or whatever, you know. So I'm sitting out here and, I don't like crying, but I wanted to really cry because I had to come back outside and deal with this with my son. And, we both dealing with this and, you know, being sleep deprived. And even though we was in a hotel, I still felt that I was outside. I mean, I'm not going to get comfortable until I know that I have a secure place. You know what I mean? And some things I'm just moving a little bit slow, like a turtle at, and some things I need to really put my foot on it. But like I said, if I could work, you know, and I can work, but I'd have to do my own thing. I'd have to just set up something and, do braids and stuff. I just couldn't go work for somebody on the clock like that. I couldn't do that. But they what like I said earlier, this is about my son, about the tools that they're using on us and using on him, mainly because the Mormons already said that they wanted to sacrifice my son or whatever, and they meant that shit. But I know nothing better not happen to him because we already know who would have done it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a dead giveaway. So look, here they come. Look, I've been having this. Look at them. And then, as I don't know if you guys could see, but they're like dropping shit this way. Like when they come this way, they have something that's like fire that they got on me. Like, and I don't know if this is the news or whatever, but sometimes the news will come out, Fox News, and they hear me talking shit, so they don't like that. But who is that? It's Channel 6. Wait, let me see. Yeah, fuck you, pussy ass motherfucker. Bring your ass down here. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm going through. So it's 702 FISA. What they're doing is they dropping really harsh chemicals on me and my son while we out here. And I could see it all. Like he was coming towards me. So whoever is out here, doc that. Whoever is my investigator or whatever. I know my investigator, her name is Amy Holum. And do weapons police, they working with us because they know that they're abusing their laser weapons, their silent weapons or whatever. But when he came towards me, the helicopter just now, he's mad because I'm over here talking and I'm gonna keep talking. And like I said, don't let me find where your helicopter place is either because I'm gonna come confront you guys, okay? And I got time. I got time because I got time where I could be going. I could be up at Raytheon. I could be over there at the Garland Airport. I could be at the helicopter airport. But these are all Air Force people. These are all Satanists. You know what I mean? And they have marked us black people. And this is what bothers me. They have marked us black people, but the black people are reluctant to talking about it. They're not bringing this subject up at all, and they won't. All the ones that have the platforms, mm-mm. That's why I shouldn't even be liking none of they posts. I shouldn't be liking nothing because they're not talking about how right now how this world really really is. Like, oh, they'll say, "How about this and this and that?" And they won't bring these weapons up because they're using them. They will not bring these weapons up at all. They won't bring the chemtrails that they dropping out on us. That's why I'm done with my black community pretty much. The ones that support me, okay, but the other ones that don't support this and they're in on it, the black Marxists and the spies and you know, the raccoons and stuff, I'm good on them. And the boulets and all that, I'm good on them because, for one, I would never out my own people. Now, crab in a bucket, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's everybody, every culture. But as far as like us really outing our people, you guys have really outed the black community, and I'm so sad for you guys because you guys put yourself 400 years behind. 400 years behind. You put yourself 400 years behind. Just imagine how hard we fought to get here. And then you guys take these contracts to put us 400 years behind again. Just imagine. You can't even, I can't even fathom what is going to happen to y'all, like with this shit. Like, I can't even fathom, like, I don't want these people to see the kind of phone I got. I don't even know, like, how this is going to play out. Like, you guys going to play restitution. I mean, y'all going to pay restitution. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, I'm back again. You guys are going to pay restitution. Um, you're going to, maybe you're going to get kicked off the treaty. You'll have to pay some fines for conspiracy to murder. Using these weapons, this is conspiracy to murder. Okay? This is not, we were just hitting people. No, you are messing with people's brains, nervous system, body functioning, how people bones are, you guys are messing with some major parts of our body. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are in trouble. This is domestic terrorism. And when you won't be able to be on that phone, you're going to have to pay every time you get on that internet. From here on out, that internet will no longer be free. Y'all, mama's going to have to pay for the internet. Okay? You all, that sounds stupid, but your kids going to have to pay for the internet. That it's gonna be where you guys, it is unfortunate because that's money, right? And the only way they're gonna make money off of you guys not gonna make money off the internet. You can't make money no more off the internet because DARPA kids, they ruined it. The DARPA cult, they ruined it. Anybody took these weapons, that's you know, genocide. That's inflicting genocide and mass destruction. These weapons are mass destruction weapons. And so who we got fighting for us right now is Iran. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, our people are not fighting for us right now. They're fighting for against us. They're not fighting for us. Iran is fighting for us. It looked like Russia is fighting for us. It looked like China fighting for us. The United States, finally somebody fighting for us because we have picked on every country. We can't even go nowhere without people, you know, harassing Americans. Oh, what, F the Americans. I'm like, well, F them too. Why do you think I'm over here in your country? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that I'm over here in a whole nother country trying to find my way because America have treated me like a second class citizen? Okay, so I go to another country and I'm like, F your country too. Now what? Because you guys can come over to our country and get whatever the effing bleeping you want. But as soon as we go over there, we can't get nothing. Oh, America's the richest, one of the richest companies. Why you, one of the richest states? The U.S. is rich. Like, why you can't go back to the states? They're one of the, richest countries. Well, um, they're not helping me right now. They're making me homeless. So I'm glad there is a there's an organization that knows that they're making us homeless, and it has been orchestrated to make us homeless. So now it's going to flip because now they know, they understand where the homelessness is coming from. And I forgot. Ooh, shoot! You better not get in my tacos. Um, I forgot what group this is, but I should have saved it because so that way I can go in there and chime in on the conversation, you know, um, because these people, shoot, these people, they see, look, y'all want to see, look, here go the planes, and so there, this is 7025 is a foreign intelligence, and the planes they get lower sometimes. They even be lower than that, so they dropping chemtrails on me and my son, and yeah, they're dropping fire on me. They're dropping fire. So I hope that I will be able to look at the airplane. What? You said why? Wait a minute. So if anybody get on here talking any crap about my investigator, where I live in California. Yeah, I live in Cali. So they will have him on the radar. I don't have the radar downloaded, but like this is a whole movie. It's being documented every day. So like anything that goes on is being documented. We can always see who's like coming through the door. Yeah, according to them, I'm a terrorist because they put because they were in my data or whatever. So they were talking to people over in other countries in my data or whatever. So This is a way to spy on the Americans or whatever. But this is one of the biggest investigations in history. I just wish somebody would help me and my son get off the street. But I know that most of y'all took contracts, so y'all can't help. So this is another thing I wanted to say. Let me tell y'all something. I'll be going to go get my life, okay, very soon. Okay, let me see. Y'all see that? Oh, that's so pretty. Huh? That is so beautiful. So look, that's how I look with makeup. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to do this more often with makeup, huh? Ooh, my teeth are yellow, huh? Well, I'm gonna go see the dentist real soon so he can whiten up my teeth and give me some veneers, you know. But this is what I wanted to say. Okay, look how beautiful. I should do. Who did that for me? Did somebody do that for me? How can I do that again? How can I do that? Oh, it's on the side right here. How can I do that? And I can put makeup on. Okay, I don't have to look like plain Jane. So you're coming to my home. There is a see you later. Okay, I'm coming to your house. Where you coming to my house at? You know where I live at? Can you see me? You can see me? Well, come to my house and let me come to your house. I don't have a house yet. You can come see me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. I'm a rough rider. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Remember DMX? Yeah. So, oh God, boy, please. Your parents will give you a spanking. You ain't even supposed to be on here. You ain't not supposed to be on here, boy. So you better take your butt to sleep and start doing your homework or whatever. Oh, I'm not. No, I didn't know you was 12. You ain't even supposed to be in my You ain't even supposed to be in my life. Don't even try that shit. Don't even try it because you got bad ways. You better get up out of here with that. Get up out of here trying to use reverse psychology. Talking about you telling a 12-year-old. No, I didn't know you was 12. Okay, you ain't got no business in here. Yeah, you the evil. Okay, you got bad ways. You need a real good one. Yeah, you dealing with a black woman right here. Okay, y'all could go be up under Epstein all you want to. Yeah, I ain't up under Epstein. I ain't up under Trump because Trump is up under Epstein and I ain't Diddy. Okay, because that's what y'all do when y'all cold. Y'all traffic y'all kids. Just like today, I went into the library and y'all was all over there trafficking those slow kids over there. Everywhere we go, y'all want to traffic those slow kids. So y'all need to dock that because everywhere I am, there's a camera everywhere that I be at. So everywhere that we have been, these people are in trouble for trafficking these kids. So, anyways, what I'm saying, I'm finna go get my life, and I'm telling you guys right now, don't come to me, celebrities, because y'all know who I am, and you guys are all seasoned. Seasoned celebrities, don't come to me. I'm gonna deal with the new celebrities don't that ain't in none of this stuff, or they're just a little bit wet behind the ears, okay? Because don't come to me. Well, y'all set up here, y'all watch me party, and I party with you guys most of the time. I party with y'all, and I was in Vegas, and I was right in the heart of LA partying or whatever. And you guys didn't even come to my defense at all. Y'all knew that I was being fried. Don't come to me because I know exactly which basketball players it is, okay? I know which basketball players it is. I know which actors it is that knew who I was, which singers, any entertainers, any kind of way, shape, or form. Believe me, if I start acting funny or, politicians or whatever it is up under the Hollywood category, don't come to me. Don't come to me. Just don't come to me because you guys already knew that I was being burned and fried, me and my son. Y'all knew that y'all was all watching us down here. Y'all have been watching us for years up under here. So I'm gonna find out who got my files too that's been watching me, and you're in trouble. I'm gonna make sure that I strip you of everything. You know how they them two black ladies strip what is it, Giuliani in New York? Yeah, I'm gonna strip you guys. I know, no, I'm gonna live my life, but I can't live my life. I'm going to live my life. I see what you're saying, but I really can't live my life because there's technology that's on me. You can't really live your life to the fullest when you have people, you know what I'm saying, chasing you down. I mean, so I'm finna go get my warrior. Okay? So don't try to come to me and be like, oh, she got with somebody that don't got a lot of money. I'm finna go get who wanna help me first. I don't care if I gotta chase it. I'm finna go chase it because ain't nobody helping me. I'm finna go do what I gotta do. So don't come to me unless it's just a way to lead me to where I need to go. I'm not trying to be no famous nothing. But I know that I have a DNA and I know that I have an obligation that I have to meet eventually one day. And my obligation is to give back to the children of Africa. And that's it. Because the kids over here, the United States of America, their parents have ruined it. They have ruined it. No, I'm going to live my life. I am going to live my life. And I thank you for that. But people say that, but it's not that easy. Well, let this situation be on you. Be up under 702 FISA where they flying over you, throwing shit on you, piss, monkey piss, whatever it is, chemtrails, poison or whatever, and then hitting you with weapons, and then you say go live your life. How would you feel? You can't live your life like that. You can't. It's almost impossible. You have to vent about this. This is something that you cannot hold in. You got to vent. I can't hold this in. I have to vent about this. I'm talking about this almost every other single day until this shit is over with, okay? I'm going to run my mouth about this because you guys that are using these weapons that's in this technology that is brutalizing people and abusing people with this, and it's just like I'm taking up for myself and me and my kids and me and my youngest son. I don't care about what happened to nobody else because you guys don't care about what happened to me. Period. So when I get ready to go do what I got to do, I'm starting off with somebody that's starting off from the bottom. I don't give a damn. Okay? I don't give a damn because I didn't have no money before. So if they want half of my money, take it cuz whoever come and help me first, I know Senator Ron Wyden is helping me. I know Senator Merkley is helping me. Okay? I know that um who else is helping me? Um a lot of other people is helping me, but they not saying nothing. Like the black community is not saying nothing, and this is what I'm disappointed at. We don't really have any strong men that is coming out with this. Even, they all talking about Trump, this and that, and then they said Epstein had the weapons or whatever. Even the blacks didn't even take that and retweet it and say, you know what, Epstein had these weapons and all that. The blacks got the weapons. They really, they really set y'all up. They set y'all up real big time. But I'm gonna go ahead and go or whatever. But so that way I can get my mind off of this. I'll be having to have my mind on good stuff. And right now, um, I don't want to always talk about this, but this is something I got to live with every single day of my life. It's a nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare. So, anyways,